What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Digital Demons podcast. Again, this is episode 31. And to be honest with you, this shit is about to be the best fucking episode I've ever recorded since the beginning. I know I've had a bunch of different episodes come out, a bunch of different guests. By far, though, this is my fucking favorite one, dude, so far. Got my brother on here finally after almost a year of podcasting, dude.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Yeah, so fucking god damn it, I'm excited right now, dude. Fuck, I'm so glad you're here, dude.
Yeah. Thanks for having.
Dude, it's been a long fucking 4 years, and we're about to break this shit down
Yeah.
for everybody that doesn't understand. And I've been saying shit, since I started the podcast back in December of last year. But that's just a little inkling of the shit that's really been going down. I've been talking my shit on here for a while, as you all know. If you guys have been following the show, then you know kind of where we're going with this. But now it's full blood, and we're fucking out for the win on Tuesday. And I don't know, man. I'm feeling good about the polling and everything so far. As long as it stays consistent, I think we'll fucking take the dub on Tuesday. What do you think about that?
Yeah. Yeah. He's going to take it for sure.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be 312 to 326 and her about 240, maybe somewhere around there.
Yeah.
They're going to try to cheat. They always try to cheat.
Yeah.
But the difference is we got eyes, we got people, we got everything else going around. 2020 had different RNC people that ran it that were imbeciles.
Yeah. And
Lara Trump's running it now. They got eyes and everywhere. Twitter was bought by Elon, changed it into X and stopped the censorship, and it's been off from basically a week ago.
yeah. Plus they got fucking what's his name? O'Keefe. They got him. He's
James O'Keefe.
Yeah, he's put hidden cameras into people at the polling position at the polling places, and reporting back to him via fucking camera and shit.
They always try to cheat. They always will try to cheat because that's the only way they can ever win, because no person with any normal thinking would ever vote for Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
She was installed just like Joe Biden was.
Yep. Hey, I told you guys, once he gets on the show, dude, you're really gonna see just how it works. Like my inner workings are one way, his inner workings are another way. And now that we've got this show together, dude, I am beyond fucking excited that you're here.
Yeah.
Finally, after a while. I mean, hopefully we can get more episodes and shit, but going from the beginning, we know how the whole plan was. Since 2020, they had it out for him. They have all the collusion shit. They have all the election voter fraud and everything like that. They're trying to close down on all that stuff, but they're having a hard time getting it because nobody wants to pass fucking voter ID laws.
Yeah. California doesn't want to.
It's illegal.
Yeah.
It's illegal to ask.
If you try to show your ID, they'll look at it like a witch does to a crucifix.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not even allowed to show them. They don't even want anything. That's why you have to have eyes and ears and videotape and everything else, especially this voting around.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. They're saying that they're close in numbers, but what do you think the spread is on the actual number? If he's ahead or if he's in the middle ground? Because he's not fucking losing. He's not losing anywhere.
No, it's suppression polls.
Yeah.
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 That's all it comes down to. They use channel 2 through 99 that people pay about $100 for on a little cable box, and that's what they'll really believe. Instead, they don't know that places like RSBN, Real America, all of the other right side newscasting things.
Yeah, all the real all the real reporting media.
Yeah, the ones that the most people will watch obviously is what they pay for.
Yeah.
Spectrum or whatever the hell else
Yeah,
they got to.
you just get fed a story basically and a monologue
You
every
get
day.
fed an agenda, and
Yeah.
that's what they. Sadly, most people that do, they're like in their 40s or 50s, and they might not have X or a TikTok account or whatever.
They
the
don't.
hell else.
Yeah, they don't have a way to
Yeah.
see basically
Yeah.
the real behind the scenes shit.
Yeah, they're fed lies, so they believe what they get told
Yeah.
every single time they turn on the TV.
Yeah. I was just talking to mom actually about that shit the other day. She's like, "Oh, I was watching the news." And I'm like, "Why?"
Yeah, not that news. That ain't the news that you want to be watching.
Yeah. Currently now we got on Newsmax and
Yeah,
it's-
Newsmax, yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with Newsmax.
Real America Voice, RSBN is my favorite. Shout out RSBN.
Yeah.
Been watching you since 2015.
Yeah, RSBN's a good one. I usually access that on YouTube though, because it's hard to get like any feed off
Yeah.
of.
They got
off of
their
that.
X stream and they got their like I guess Facebook. I don't know. I haven't had a Facebook since I was like 14.
Yeah.
And I would have been kicked off every single time if I tried to start a new one.
Yeah.
That motherfucker Zuckerberg.
How many Twitter accounts have you had in the past like 4
Yeah.
years?
Yeah,
At least like
there's-
8.
Well, before fucking Elon Musk bought it, and then
Well,
I
yeah.
was finally after they changed their name, then I can get my X account. Yeah. Yep.
Oh my god, dude. This shit
Yeah.
is classic. as fuck.
_1 TAB_. Go follow.
Yeah. If you want the real shit, you'll know who the fuck to follow. That's one. Digital Demons podcast is another one if you guys are so inclined. I fuck around on X a little bit, but I don't follow anybody on there, so I get both
Random people. Yeah.
Yeah, I get both sides and
Yeah.
and it's fucking bullshit because
Yeah,
I'll
I
get
know.
all the fucking I love Kamala Harris bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking posts,
Which
posts all
is
the time.
I mean, that's their right, which is why we live in America.
yeah.
They
I'm
have
not-
a right to speak their voice, but I mean, mostly is all you get is racist, fascist, Nazis, garbage, pieces of shit.
Yeah. Speaking of which, so what was it about a month ago? You went to the rally in Coachella.
Yep.
Yeah, Coachella. And people kind of heard a little bit about it, but they didn't get the full info. I mean, because we usually, you'll see like the pictures and audio, video, whatever. But how was it actually being in that whole atmosphere, crowd?
It's nothing but love. Ain't no hate. You feel like everyone's like your cousin or aunt or
Yeah.
brother or whatever, sister.
Yeah, because that's what happens when you have a unified party.
Mm-hmm. There's no hate. Everyone was watching out. And that day it was 101 or 102, but on the thing it said feels like 104.
Yeah.
And it was no clouds and everybody was dripping sweat. No shade. Well, there was shade. They had all the fan cooling and all that, but that got cleared up quick.
Yeah.
Like it was just all full of people. So we rushed. We got there at, I think it was like, left our house at like 4:30 in the morning.
yeah.
Arrived there by like 7:30-ish, maybe. Parked and then walked down a whole huge long line of worth of people. And then that's when we got on the buses because you couldn't drive yourself to the grounds where it was at.
Mhm.
And so they shuttled you there and everything was cool. All that shit. It was like a love fest.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it was.
And you see the people that are trying to put down those things. They're Nazi rallies, like the whole Tony Hinchcliffe thing right now. Like, oh, he's a Nazi. They're speaking at a Nazi rally. He's making fun of Puerto Ricans. You had the senator from Pennsylvania the other day endorse Trump,
Yeah.
and she's Puerto Rican, like full blown Puerto Rican.
Yep.
So it's like those types of things hold
It
no,
always
they hold no
backfires.
weight.
It always backfires on them.
Yeah,
Just like when he called us garbage. Guess who showed up at a garbage truck the next rally?
yeah,
Donald J. Trump, your next president.
yeah,
Guess who showed up in
Yeah.
that garbage vest and did a whole entire rally of it?
yeah. In an
It's-
orange,
yeah, in a
fucking-
vest.
in
He
a
showed
fucking
up
orange
and-
vest.
Here I am. You want to call my people garbage? Well, guess what?
I'm the fucking garbage
Yeah.
man, and you motherfuckers
Yeah.
are the trash.
And we're taking you out November 5th, baby.
Yep. That's what it is.
Motherfucking go vote. If you haven't already, grab your friends, your family, your coworkers, your anybody you know.
Yeah, 100% agree with that. And then today you were in Palos Verdes,
Yep.
is where it started at for
Trump International Golf Course.
the Trump train.
Yeah. Shout out 805 Patriots.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
That shit was longer than a train. It was about, I'd say, from what I could see. And there's going through Seal Beach. They went all the way up to Newport and stopped at
Balboa.
Balboa.
Yeah.
For the after party at the. It was insane. There's people, I'd say 9 out of 10 cars would give us the honks and yeah, we're with you, and had no idea the thing was even going on. They might just be shopping out on Saturday
Yeah, just
for their
chilling.
groceries, and they turn the block and they see hundreds of cars and they're just like, yeah. Yeah, but it was sick.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The amount of people that are in support as far as like doing these kind of things, and then you have the backlash that you get along the way. Like you were saying, like it's all like kind of one, like you were saying, like it's a love fest kind of thing, versus like you were saying, the party that is supposed to be
Love intolerance.
love and tolerance, yeah. And then you get, what do you get from those people as you're driving through these areas today? Like just tell everybody like what, like really what was going on.
There would be you get out past, you go down PCH, like past like the golf course, and there's really nobody on the side of you but a cliff and the ocean and other people's huge houses.
Yeah.
And then you get into one, maybe 2 blocks worth of just like people out there with Ukrainian flags and rainbow flags and every other kind of flag,
trying to counter protest like fucking thousands of people.
yelling out of their window, and you had people flipping every single people, and these people had kids in their cars,
Yeah.
little kids that were like 2
Yeah.
years old, and they're chanting out. I don't know if you could say it, but they're
You can
like
say whatever you
pieces
want.
of fucking dog shit, F words, and not the real F word you think. Scumbags, Nazis, white trash,
The FAG.
garbage, yeah,
Yeah.
all these things, and they're just openly, blatantly throwing a fit. Grown ass people throwing a fit,
Yeah.
going up to people's windows with kids in the car. They don't know who that is. They're just they're mental. They look like mental fucking people. Cussing at people for no reason.
Did anybody get anything thrown at their cars?
There was a guy spitting on one car. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And that's why people are like kind of like maybe through this one block. But once you got down that one block and then you hit Seal Beach, it was a huge love fest again.
Yeah.
People lined up like it was a Christmas parade.
Yeah.
Or just already lined up, dude. Everybody was smiling.
I remember
Everybody had high hopes and cheers, and everyone was like, "We're gonna take CA. Let's go, let's go, let's go." And it really does feel. I think he's gonna win California.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he did. If he flipped it, and that would be, I don't even know how long it would be.
You do know they had 110,000 people at Coachella.
That's just one event.
Yeah, that was in California.
Yeah, that's in one event.
And the mayor didn't like him or didn't want him to do that there.
Yeah. No surprise though. I mean, it's California. It's ridden with fucking disgusting Democrat,
Yep.
Leadership. If that's what you want to call it. I wouldn't even call it leadership. I would call it just piece of shittership.
It's sad to think about how these people were like, we're the love and tolerance, but then they go and flip you off, double fingers.
Yeah.
Could walk up to your car, try to spit on it,
And if you see somebody that has a Kamala shirt, I've never seen it.
We're
before.
all gonna point and laugh, ha ha ha, and then that's it.
Yeah.
We
not
don't
gonna
go
up
and
fucking hawk lung butter up on their fucking
slurs,
car.
flip
You're
them off or
fucking
anything.
Nazis. You're fucking this and that. Well,
These people are fucking insane.
they've been insane for a long time.
But there was, I'd say, about 9 out of 10 cars when we were waiting there with like, for my point of view, we got there at like 9:30 and just started filling up, and then there was probably about 600 to 700 lined up at a Trump National Golf Course right down the street. Then we went from there, and then people started tagging along on each side street.
Oh, just joining in?
joining with all flags.
I'm making a fucking left turn, dude, but I'm about to join the fucking
But maybe they had to go and take their kids somewhere or something, so they couldn't join that early.
inadvertently. Into
Yeah,
the
they're
fucking,
like, this is the route. We're just going to meet them on this street.
Holy shit.
But it was sick. Yeah, it was crazy. You'll probably see some more video probably of that, like when they edit it or whatever they got to do, because they had drones there.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yep.
So we got the election on Tuesday. And God knows this is the most important election probably of our lifetime. Like I was saying last week, I'm not like trying to see into the future or anything. So I'm seeing now. As of now, since I've been voting since 2008 was the first time I got to vote. And that was like right out of high school. I was like just so happened to fall into it. What was the first time you got to vote? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I think like
so
eight,
about
19 18 I think.
So you were about a
19,
year out of
yeah.
high school?
Yeah.
So yeah, that fits probably where it's supposed to be at. Yeah. So
Yep.
that race was what was it? Obama versus
Romney.
Romney. Yeah. I was
Yep.
just talking about that the other night. Here comes your new best friend, dude.
Yeah.
He always joins the show. If it's not him, then it's Bandit on the other side. He'll just chill with you.
Can they see that?
Yeah. Yeah, he's a fucking character, dude. The other night we were doing one, the last episode, and he comes this way across the top, Spanky's behind him, and then he turns around and they start battling each other and they both run off. These fools are weirdos.
Yeah.
But he'll come and chill. He'll just post up with you and just lay there and purr. Smokey's made his official appearance, if you guys can see him. But yeah, dude, back to what I was saying. So, I mean, as far as we all know, the presidential election is Tuesday, but what people don't realize is how important it is to get the Senate and the Congress under control and in our control, as opposed to having the fucking Democrat majority and all this shit. So you have the dude, what's his name in Nevada? He's in a tight fucking race right now.
Which one?
Sam something.
Sam Brown.
Sam Brown, yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Sam Brown.
Yeah, so if he's in a tight race there, and then we have a Senate race here in California that's let me see, I forget the fucking names, dude. I always fuck up with this shit. Oh yeah. How could I forget? Pencil neck Adam Schiff.
Yeah, pencil neck. Watermelon head.
Yeah, versus Steve Garvey.
Watermelon head.
Yeah. So those two are basically the front runners of the of this term, I guess, the upcoming term. So hopefully fucking Steve Garvey finally puts a nail in the coffin in the Democrat. But
it's sad because that's Burbank and that's where all the liberals live mostly.
yeah. Yeah, you have Republicans scattered through there, but
Probably 90% liberal.
yeah.
Honestly. Studio City, Burbank-ish, whatever the hell.
Yeah, North Hollywood.
Yeah, all that. Yep.
What do you think is going to turn the tide in California if there ever was to be an opportunity? Because, you know, Gavin fuckface Newsom is going to keep a stronghold on the whole fucking state for as long as he lives.
Yeah, until he comes crawling at the feet to Donald Trump saying,
But
we
he's
need
gonna-
money.
He's going to have to, because this fool's going to get fucking stranglehold, I think, with this next election. If you're not shaping up to be...
He wants her there because that was his fellow coworker, basically, because she destroyed San Francisco, one of the best looking cities for 20, 30 years ago.
And when I was in high school, you remember when I was in high school, I went up
With
to
the
Frisco.
band.
Yeah, with the band
Yeah.
for the trip.
Yeah.
And it was nothing.
Yeah, it was
like
actually a tourist attraction.
Yeah, you could go down to
Yeah.
fucking Ghirardelli Square.
Nobody
could go,
breaking into your fucking things and robbing your ass.
Yeah.
Of your your Mac, your
Yeah.
fucking suitcase.
you could cruise down there comfortably. We went through all of the Fisherman's Wharf. We went through fucking all kinds of Chinatown, all that shit.
Yep.
Not one tent in sight. I would never in a fucking million years go
That's-
back to Frisco right now.
That's because it's called Democrat policies.
Well, yeah,
They've
that's what I'm
ruined
saying.
it.
But within that time span, though, that was, I don't know, 2005, 6, something like that.
Probably 5, yeah.
Yeah.
5. Yeah.
And in 15 short years, you have it now where you can't even take a step without walking in human shit down there.
Or somebody naked running through the streets. Speaking of naked running through the streets, at my work, there's this homeless guy that always comes up and down sometimes, and he's singing. The other day, I'm outside of work on my 10-minute break, and then I go in there, go back into work, and this guy shows up at around noonish. This woman I work with comes back and tells my boss, "There's this naked man outside. He's
Just
has
dick
no
out.
clothes on. He was completely naked.
Holy shit.
They're all standing by the door watching this guy naked, and like, yeah,
His dick swinging,
yeah,
balls out.
yeah. And he set up his tent right next to the dumpster in the back, dude. Full setup shop. And this girl was like, "Pull your pants up," and he had a little dog, probably like 3 years old dog, pit mix. It wasn't that big, but you could see his rib cage. And then this fool said they had to call the cops on him because
Yeah.
there's like kids and stuff there and shit. And so he fucking walked off down the parking lot, didn't return, but left his tent there and kept his dog inside the tent and just abandoned it there. And then this other homeless dude pulls up 20 minutes later in a bat shopping cart, bro. This fool starts rolling the tent up, takes the stakes out of all of it
He just jacks his
with the
shit.
dog inside of it. And then he figures out there's a dog inside. And so he took the dog out, tossed it out, put the tent in his grocery cart and started walking off. And the fucking dog was left there stranded on Friday. It was just
Jesus
running around
Christ.
by Best Buy. Yeah.
God damn.
Piece of shit. Just easy as that. Just like he found like a quarter on the ground. He just stole this fool. He tried to
Just
wrap it up with the
mopped
dog
his
in
shit
it.
up.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
This shit is getting crazy out here. You got to watch your back at all times,
Fuck.
especially in California. It's
Well, here's the Californian, the sample ballot, all this shit. These props that are in here, dude, are off the fucking wall. You have like all the candidate statements and all this shit, and then it breaks down like all the props at the end, and people are like, "Oh, I don't know what prop to vote for. This is that and this and that." The one that I'm for sure fucking voting no on is that 33 bullshit. That fucking shit is not gonna happen. Mainly because it's a fucking ploy to for renters shit. They're just gonna make fucking housing tighter for everybody. They're gonna have everybody buying up all the fucking housing and then renting it for ungodly amounts.
Yep. That's what happens in when you want to gentrify a location, you let it get to shit and then you go make the people that actually want to live there move out, so you buy it for half less.
Well, that's exactly what BlackRock's doing. They've been
Yep.
doing that shit for years. They own all the fucking rental properties basically in the whole US, like
Yep.
we all know. And they're renting them out for fucking an absorbent amount of fucking money. So you're charging somebody $3,500 to live in a house that realistically costs $2,100 or less.
Yeah.
And then you have all the subsidized fucking Section 8 housing that is popping up.
Yep.
So it's just, I don't know. It's just getting, I mean, we all know it. It's getting out of fucking control. And if you're watching the show, you've known since the beginning what the fucking business is here on our end. We've openly said we're voting one way and
Yeah.
not the other way. And now is the time to really fucking focus in on what you're doing. So if you got one of these in the mail, put your fucking eyes on it and read through it, know and understand what you're voting for. And I mean, you're going to vote however you want to vote. I'm not going to tell you one way to vote or another, but if you're into having money and being financially secure, having your kids secure, having fucking borders secured, having, you know,
Extra money to go
yeah.
and actually do shit with your family
yeah,
instead
then
of spending it on gas or fucking groceries.
exactly. Then you'll know how to vote or where to vote or when to
Or
vote.
extra car insurance, or when you have to go get an oil change, or tires, or brakes, or everything else.
Yeah.
Anything else.
Yeah. So they actually recently, what was it, just today they introduced Ron Paul into the fucking whole mix.
He wants to get in there, yeah.
You think they're gonna let him get a piece of the pie?
They'll let him do something, yeah. He's popular.
He's gonna go fucking ham with
Yeah.
RFK Jr. Dude.
We all must, it's called the party of unity because we unite. That's what it is.
Yeah.
In the end, we can't go through this shit alone. We've already seen that in 2016 and 2020.
Yeah.
Now we have to unite as a country, as Americans.
And I think the growing pains were in 2020 to, I mean, not even then. It was 2016 to 2020 where he had his first presidency and he was going in there basically blind.
Yeah, he didn't know he was an outsider. He ran for office once and won the presidency.
Yeah.
And that's why they hate him. They hate they hated him since day one because he came in there, messed their whole entire way of life up, made sure that they couldn't do any of this illegal thing, so where they can get millions like Nancy Pelosi with the stock trades,
yeah,
and
insider
all that.
trading.
Yeah,
I was just talking about that
they
last
messed.
night.
He messed their whole entire way of life up for 30 years or whatever they've been in there. Bernie Sanders has never worked once in his life in a regular job.
Yeah.
Joe Biden's never worked one job in a regular working job.
But they say Kamala Harris worked at fucking McDonald's, dude.
Yeah, no, that ain't no.
she
Hell
was the
no.
fucking head shaft maneuverer, dude.
Trump
at
has
fucking,
now proven that wrong.
Yeah, she's a fucking shaft worker, dude.
All they do is lie.
Yeah.
He went in there and worked the frying with the fries, cooked them up, served them through the window,
Yeah.
and
Oh my
talked to
God.
the actual real people. He didn't just go out there and say, I worked for this and that and lie. Now he worked as a garbage man, a McDonald's fryer.
Dude, he's had like 6 careers in the past
Yeah.
like fucking 3 or 4 weeks.
While on the campaign. While on the campaign trail, and she goes out there and does like I think today she did a gymnasium at an elementary school that could hold about 70 people.
Yeah, and they'll make it look like it's
And
an
Benny
auditorium.
Johnson got kicked out because they told him, their security, see that guy right there, kick him out.
Well,
Did you
that's
see
not
that
surprising.
video?
No.
Yeah, the guards were like, you have to go. They requested for us to kick you out, and the guy was like, I don't know, they just said to kick you out.
Typical, because they've had multiple people go into like the DNC and all that shit when it was going on, and all of a sudden they're met with like these fucking dudes in suits, and they're just like, I don't know where it came from, but you got to leave here.
Yeah, that's exactly what they do because these people can't stand facts. It breaks their heart.
Liberal tears.
Yeah,
Liberal tears will be flowing on the
Tuesday.
6th. Yeah.
On the 5th.
Yeah, on the 5th and the 6th. When they fucking put it in.
5th and 6th guaranteed, yeah.
I'm just reading through all these measures and shit like that. Raises minimum wage initiative is a state measure 32. Who the fuck wants these people making more than $20 an hour to fucking cook burgers and shit? The fact that I can go to Carl's Jr., for example, we order that. No, I wouldn't say
I just had
frequently.
that last night.
Yeah.
Postmated it.
Yeah.
2 cheeseburgers and a spicy chicken sandwich, $57.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. What?
Jeez, bro. We're getting fucked over.
Yeah. And the fact of the matter is, when you order places like that, they have such a limited amount of stuff that, like, I eat like a 2-year-old.
Yeah,
Everybody knows that in the whole world. Every one of my friends out there that watches this knows I eat like a 2-year-old. So when you have your selections and you could, take this off, whatever, they still can't get it fucking right.
Yeah.
I get an order, and like you said, 50, 60 fucking bucks worth of shit.
Yep.
It gets to your house and it's completely fucked. They have every condiment that you requested not to get, but yet they're getting $20 an hour to read a fucking thing that says cheeseburger, no lettuce, no mayonnaise, no fucking mustard.
The thing is, I think the people that work there also, like, they'll drive like a big ass excursion, Uber some person over here, get your food, Uber the next person.
We had
over
a
there.
dude the other day. We ordered groceries from Vaughn's, right?
Because they all work for Lyft, Uber, Postmates, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So they're constantly clicking their thing on their phone and going to the next route.
Kayla ordered some groceries from Vaughn's, which is, it's like a mile or 2 up the fucking way. And then she's like, hey, where's my fucking groceries at? She's watching Homeboy on the phone, and he goes to like some house and fucking hangs out, and he's got the groceries in the car. And she's like, why the fuck haven't you delivered my groceries like 2 miles away?
Yeah, they drop off other people or food.
And then he gives her the whole, I don't speak English, but he texts it out on the phone. I don't speak English.
People got to grind and do what they got to do, especially through these Kamalanomics.
Yeah, I get that.
Bidenomics. Maybe they might not have any other way to get a job.
Yeah.
But you got to do now, especially nowadays, especially under the Biden Kamala administration. It's disgusting.
These are all the measures for here in California, at least. So we have 33 expands local government's authority to enact rent control on residential property. I'm obviously going to vote no, because that fucking shit is going to skyrocket places, and it's going to shrink your market for finding a home or trying to rent somewhere or whatever it's going to be. Hopefully we can buy within the next year. That would be great. But yeah, I don't know. It's too close to call right now as far as all this other shit. So that's guaranteed fucking no. 6, eliminates constitutional provision allowing involuntary servitude for incarcerated persons. So basically tell them you can't force them to work, but they're in prison. Ha!
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're in fucking prison, dude, you're going to be out there crushing rocks and fucking picking up the trash that people throw off
That's
the
why
side of their cars.
President Donald J. Trump gave him prison reform.
Yeah, but they're going to try to make it to where, oh, I don't want to work. I'm in jail for my whole fucking life, but you're not going to make me work. Fuck you. Get out on the side of the fucking freeway and start stabbing trash.
It's called paying a debt to society. And most of them want to do that once they get it. And so they pay their debt to society. They don't have to be on PO. They don't have to be on anything.
Well, that, and then, I mean, I understand it if you're serving a short-term sentence. You have your way to get out on good behavior or whatever. But if you're stuck in there for fucking 30 years,
yeah,
like, you're going to have a fucking job whether you like it or not, dude. We're going to make use out of you because you're a piece of shit.
Well, everyone in
regular
California,
society.
that's who makes our license plates.
Fuck them. They can make license plates till their fucking hands fall off.
I'm just saying they have to have a job.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They can't force them to have a job. That's some fucking dog shit.
And if you're in prison, how else are you gonna buy a pack of chips or top ramen?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta have money for
ice?
commissary.
Yeah.
You gotta have your money for commissary.
You have to, yeah.
Then I guess you just starve to death. And
Unless you have Green Dot or people putting money on your books.
And then what if you don't? Then you just starve to death, and then they blame the fucking penal system for fucking.
Like in Fannie Willis ATL jail cell, that guy got eaten by bed bugs. Remember that? Remember that story from 2 years ago? He got eaten by bed bugs, bro. This fool died.
Oh God.
Let him die in that same cell she sent him because it was so horrible condition.
That's Fannie Willis for you, dude. She's
Yeah.
fucking Nathan Wade over there, dude.
That's
She's got
exactly
priorities.
what happened.
Her priority is dick.
Yeah, Nathan Wade, her lover. And they got caught up, and we'll see what we do with that one.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be much. Like,
Yeah, because it's all of these sham cases are bullshit. They ain't got shit on it. Just like Peter Strzok.
Everybody knew from the beginning they had nothing but fake, false narrative. Plus, they're fucking and just idiotic fucking.
Robert Mueller,
Yeah,
James Comey, all these people, James Clapper, Brennan, all those people, 51 intels that say Hunter Biden laptop was a lie. And then what do? Get their ABC, CNN, NBC, blah, 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 blah. All these mainstream media fucking people to go, see, these 51 people even told us it was fake.
and that's after how many years of denying it?
Yeah. And then they
3 years?
They spew it like onto earlier, I was telling you, onto people that might not really know there's a alternative media out there. So they're watching TV and they believe it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they say it's fake. It's gotta be fake.
Oh no,
it's fake
yeah,
news.
that's it. Yeah, they're transed into it. They've been fucking lied to.
Well, that ain't no surprise there. And the last one that we got is allows felony charges and increases sentence for certain drug and theft crimes initiative statute. So allows felony charges for possessing certain drugs and for thefts under $950. So they're giving them a limit on how much they can steal from places.
Yeah, $950 or some shit. Yeah. So these people are walking into the stores with a calculator going, oh, gee, I got 30.
I got 33 lipsticks today and 4 fucking shampoos.
Yeah.
I got 4 deodorants and fucking 6 toothbrushes.
Yep.
And you know they're just going to flip that shit on the street?
They're going to flip it or they're going to steal $949.99 worth of alcohol.
Exactly. As you've seen the smash and grab and shit like that.
And that's
Fucking
about
ridiculous.
it. Yep. And then turn right back around and fucking sell it for twice maybe on the streets in front of some club.
You'll see it at some fucking flea market or some shit like that. They'll be selling it by the dozens.
Yep. That's how it works.
That's fucking crazy ass shit. Besides the election, we all know that's an important thing. The Dodgers won the World Series the other day. That was fucking fascinating, wasn't it?
Yeah. They fucking set off a bus.
They burned all kinds of shit down.
Bus down.
Those motherfuckers, dude, they
ground.
win or they lose. The city of LA is getting fucked.
Yep.
And that's That's not
knowing-
even exclusive to LA,
And the
though.
cops aren't allowed to do their job, else they'll get kicked off the force or sued or pensions taken away from
Yeah.
them or
Yep.
life, their career basically taken away. And it's sad. These fucking people are stupid when they talk about defund the police. How stupid could you be? How stupid
And
does
it's
that
the ones
sound?
that cry for defund the police that are the first motherfuckers to call the police when they get fucked up or beaten or they get their
Yeah.
fucking house broken into. It's like, why weren't they there?
Why weren't they there?
Why weren't they
They're
there?
not allowed to do their jobs anymore.
Yeah, you've handcuffed the fucking authorities into fucking not being able to do shit. So
Yeah.
don't be fucking all up in arms for defund the police and all this other shit and then be fucking crying victim when your ass gets fucking beat the fuck up or robbed or you get somebody fucking ran over by somebody or a crackhead fucking beats the shit out of your husband, wife, or girlfriend. And then you want to call the authorities. It's certainly a different fucking story when it happens to you, but you see somebody else and you're all of a sudden bleeding heart liberal.
Yeah.
Oh, these guys are abusing their authority. They're fucking shooting and killing people. Not really the case. And fucking 99% of the fucking instances, it's not the case.
Yeah. Yeah. They need to give complete, let the cops do their job.
That's all it's got to be. It's all it
Yeah.
should ever be.
Yeah. And not worry about one cop doing this out of every 6-9 months. And it
Yeah.
normally falls on a voting year,
Yeah.
2 to 4 years.
Yep. You have your midterms or your general election, and that's when you get the fucking shit hitting the fan. Somebody runs somebody over, like the dude in what was it? Just the other day I was watching on X. It was a cop was going to a call, and this kid rode out on a motorcycle, no helmet, no nothing, and the cop fucking hit him on the motorcycle and fucked him up. Like he launched this kid across the floor, and then you have 40 fucking random people that come out screaming and yelling and threatening the cop and shit. And he's like, dude, we're responding. There's like 2 or 3 units behind him. They're going to a call. This kid rides out in the middle of the fucking street and gets blasted by this cop car, and all of a sudden he's the bad guy.
Yeah. Riding non-street legal bikes.
Yeah, no
with
helmet,
no light, no blinkers, no license plate, no nothing.
in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
I mean, that's why we use lights and blinkers in the middle of the day too.
well, that's what I'm saying.
So
But
people
like
can see what you're doing.
now he's gonna be fucking the public enemy number 1 over there. Where I can't remember where it was from, but now he's gonna be looked at as the bad guy. And then once again, it's gonna be like the cops killed this kid. He was speeding through the thing.
They play it off.
Yeah, it's like, no, you guys weren't supervising this kid. You let him ride a fucking motor vehicle, technically illegally, through the fucking streets with no goddamn helmet on, no DOT approved helmet on, or whatever it might be.
And you can't call the cops because they won't show up.
Yeah, and then so they had all these cops show up. They have EMT within like 2 minutes because the video itself was only like 3 or 4 minutes long. They had EMS there. They like pick this kid up and take him to the hospital. They're saying now he's had like 2 brain surgeries, this and that, and all kinds of like broken bones, his jaw, and all this shit. It's like, okay, you want the scenario to be fuck the cops and all this other shit, but you make the scenario possible because you don't have supervision over your child. You know what I mean? Like there's factors to all this shit that they don't take into account. And then the first ones to blame the cops for doing this wrongdoing, even though the kid rode out in front of the cop car and got fucking hit by the car. But now they're probably going to have some type of riot and all this shit.
Lawsuits.
Yeah, lawsuits. They're going to probably riot because the guy's going to be, found not guilty.
What's really sad is that those parents and his family and his friends have to deal with him not being here anymore. That's what's sad. But I mean, don't ride your mini bike into the streets.
He was on a full-blown dirt bike.
Oh, this guy was, yeah. No, you were telling me earlier there was a guy that got killed on a mini bike.
Oh, no, yeah. I was saying there's 2 kids earlier when I was going to your guys' house to pick you up. The fucking kids were blacked out, dude. Like they had these
there's
mini
no
bikes.
lights or anything.
Mini bikes with like the little fucking pull start lawnmowers engines and shit. They're riding in the fucking pitch black, no lights, no nothing like that. And then their families are like, why'd you guys hit him? He didn't have to die. Well, it's like, no, he didn't have to die, but he could have used his fucking brain and put a fucking flashlight or a goddamn bicycle flashing light somewhere on there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Either way, somebody lost their kid. That sucks ass.
It does suck. Yeah, it does suck, but it's like all that could be mitigated, you know what I mean, through like
certain laws you could
just
put in force.
just common sense. That's like
Yeah.
saying, oh, you can't speed, but people are gonna fucking speed anyways.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Newsom has a fix for that because there's going to be a fucking sensor put on cars, he says, in 2030 or 35 or whatever it is, that beeps at you like when you don't have your seatbelt on.
These
If,
people
if you're going over the speed limit.
these people are crazy. It's never gonna happen. There's not gonna be any EV mandates. There ain't gonna be.
All that EV shit's going to go out the fucking out the
It's
drain.
great for people who want it to go around town here, there, 20 miles, 15 miles there, and hybrids are great. And electric cars are great too, but there is no mandating someone that you must have an EV car or else.
Yeah.
There's no mandate. Just like that vaccine mandate and shit was all bullshit. They threatened cops, they threatened nurses, doctors, trauma surgeons.
I don't remember what state it was in, but they just had a suit where all the people that were involved in that shit are getting over $1 million a piece
For what?
for having to take the vaccine and all that bullshit.
Oh no, yeah, there was a few people. They just settled for like 15 or 20 million, and they each of them got like $1 million a piece.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I think there's like 15 or 20 of them or something like that. That was in that lawsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's against your rights.
Yeah.
You can't just threaten somebody with you're gonna lose your whole entire career if you don't get this. This is far different than any other type of like, abortion stance or you must take this Advil every day
Yeah.
or these Flintstone vitamins, else you'll
Yeah.
get,
You're going to get sick. You're going to get the flu.
Yeah.
You're going to get influenza.
yeah, and we can't have you here working with our team.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. That shit is fucking stupid. That'd be like, don't step on the crack, else you'll break your mama's back.
Yeah.
Or the floor is lava and
Are
you
you
have to go and climb on counters to get places.
Are you superstitious?
Yeah, we're not 3 years old. You can't tell grown ass people that.
What do you think? Do you think there would be any comeback for the fucking people that were forced into doing that from companies or whatever, like within this next presidency term? If he does win on Tuesday, which we're pretty confident he's going to,
Yeah.
do you think he'll kind of let shit like that flow? Like, hey, if you want to sue the fuck out of this company, go ahead. But that's all going to have to depend on the Supreme Court, which has the majority conservativeship. So,
Well, if you find the right lawyer, but if you're in California, it's basically a class action law. You'd have better props with doing 10 to 15 people than just yourself.
yeah, there's not going to be an individual suit.
And most people in California just want to stick it behind and quiet and kind of lay it low. You know,
just
what I mean?
let it be the status quo. It's like,
Be
all right,
like,
yeah.
well, at least I kept working. Fuck it. But there ain't no letting that off. Imagine if you work somewhere for 20, 25 years or some shit, and they just one day come up to you and say, you got to stick this in your fucking arm, else your ass is gone. Like we're going to tell Kamala on Tuesday, Kamala, you're fired.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here. Pack your shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That's
how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
I hope we fucking vote in crazy amount of numbers too.
It is crazy. It's gonna be crazy. I think we have way more momentum in voters than 16 and 20.
Yeah. Now that everything's been, you're good. You're good.
My bad.
Now that everything's been brought to the light, and there is no fucking hiding from them now. Like there is nowhere for them to hide. Everything's been exposed.
Mm-hmm. And they're
everything-
throwing the same exact words around like they have been for 10 years. It'd be like watching reruns of fucking Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
It's all fucking just the same shit you've heard.
And what they can't get past is the same shit that's already been enacted. They're using that now as, oh yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to make this rule. It's like, bitch, we already had that. You guys forgot about that shit was already enacted. So now it's not your idea. It's something that you're going to bring back.
She keeps talking about what she's going to do, but she's been there for 3.5 years. So why haven't you done it?
Yeah. That's simple. Plain and simple. Plain and fucking simple.
I'm going to be this when I get on day one. I'm going to do this when it's day one. They went in there that fucking day after he melted on the first debate with Joe and Trump. They said, Joe, get the fuck out of here. Pack your shit. You're fucking done. That's what they told him. Get the fuck out of here. We don't need you anymore.
They took his job from him,
yeah,
basically.
they did a
Essentially.
coup.
Yeah, they took his job
And we
from
don't
him.
like saying a coup, but that's essentially what it was.
And
They pulled a coup right in front of our very own eyes. And what did the media channel do? They're 99 on your cable box do. Went right along with it.
yeah, knowing that.
Acting like that was just normal.
Knowing-
No, she didn't get one single vote.
Yeah,
this
no-
is her. This is your choice now. That's installation.
There's no democratic process in
Yeah.
getting your
And they
delegates
say
to shift.
we're a threat to democracy. You ain't no threat to democracy. You guys are full of horse shit. That's exactly what I say. Everyone's seen this. Now this is your candidate. They told Joe to get the fuck out of here and don't ever come back. Just like Jesse Waters from Fox News last night said.
Yeah.
They collected his laptops, his phones, and all this shit and sent his ass back to the beach house
Yeah.
where he could sit in the fucking sand on a fucking $13 sand beach chair and drool out of his mouth while fucking cameras record him.
In Delaware.
Yeah.
It's his favorite place to go.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's been on vacation the whole entire presidency.
Well, you know where I'm from, in Puerto Rico.
And then they want to get mad at fucking Tony Hinchcliffe for saying
Yeah.
that Puerto Rico is a fucking floating pile of trash.
That's what he said. He almost said he was from Puerto Rico when he called people, Trump supporters garbage. He said, I'm from in Puerto Rico.
Dude.
He's done. They said, Joe, get your shit the fuck out. We don't care. Get out.
And they had a lady in California that went to early vote and she wore a trash bag and she said she showed up there and there was multiple people wearing trash
Yeah,
bags.
and garbage, safety vests,
Yeah,
orange and green.
And they're like, why are you wearing a trash bag? And they didn't say anything and they all went in and casted their votes.
Yep. You can't turn people away for wearing. You could wear red. You could wear blue.
Yeah.
But in some states, people don't even really care if you're like a Waltz or fucking Trump.
as long
or
as you're
whatever.
not displaying any one way or whatever, you can wear a full fucking red outfit and
Yeah.
look like the Kool-Aid man going to fucking vote.
Yeah. It's strange. But did you really hear about the job numbers report?
Oh yeah. 12,000.
A whole 12,000. And once they revise it, because they got to revise it after they do it. This is it's gonna go down from 12,000 in 1 month.
Well, first
And
it was
last they lied about putting 845,000 jobs. They lied about it.
it went from that, and those were all jobs that were
And you know how we caught them up? A good thing called a whistleblower.
yeah. It was their job numbers were 800 and something thousand, and they revised them down, and it was actually 100 and something thousand,
But then that gets revised back down after.
and then now they found out it was only 12,000.
So that means it's about 6.
yeah, it's gonna be marginalized from 12, like you were saying, to 6. I'd bet it was probably even fucking lower than that.
Yeah.
And
And
the
then they try to count the ones that jobs got back after they let them back in.
There was vacancies basically. So
Yeah.
the people that got fired from jobs, they just backfilled those jobs and
And
said
then
they were new jobs.
New jobs, yeah. And then fed it out to people who might not know there's such things as RSPN, Newsmax, Real American Voice, all these independent, real fucking journalists, not no fucking leftist propagandist mouthpiece.
MSNBC, CNN,
yeah.
Fox News, even
MSDNC and DNCBS.
ABC, CBS,
Yeah. And
yeah.
which he's suing them for millions of dollars now.
10 million.
Yep.
Yep. And they fucking deserve it. They're
Yep.
going to get what they get. And that's what's going to happen. They're going to probably get fucking found guilty for doing whatever the fuck it was that they altered the 60-minute fucking interview.
Yeah. And they're licensed FCC, what is it?
Yeah, through the FCC.
They're licensed as a trusted media source. That's against their license. They literally signed that license saying we will not lie, or alter any of the fucking.
Well, when you have the fucking government in your back pocket and they have you in their back pocket, it's a fucking handshake away from just being like, yeah, we're cool. Do this. Go ahead and put that on there and then we'll fucking sign it off. With this next presidency, I think there's going to be fucking heads rolling in every which direction. It's not even going to be fucking in the White House itself.
It had to go this way in order to wake people up.
And that's what's happened. I think it's full.
A lot of people have now just woken up, which is fucking sad. But in a way, they would still lie to you. Look at the things. Look at the things they had to do. The precautions 6 feet from here. Remember the fucking grocery stores with arrows telling you to walk
Yeah.
left and right?
Walk on this way and then go down
Yeah.
the directional this way and then walk
No one
back up.
thought that was weird.
Yeah.
No one thought that was like anything, and they just stayed quiet.
It was a ploy to get them to get what they wanted out of everybody, was to be fucking
Fearful.
yeah, to have the
Yeah.
fear of
And now guess what? They don't have that. They don't have the COVID to cheat, the 6 feet away, the must wear masks things, the RNC that was ran horribly back in 16 and 20. And now you have a whole new ones. That's why you see all these people out here doing video recording, posting up on X, posting up on whatever the hell they got,
yeah.
exposing the fraud.
And that's how it should be.
And
It's
that's
how it
why
should have
they
been from
wanted
day one.
to. That's why they wanted to stop Elon Musk from buying it. That's why
Yeah,
they're
because
up
he
in
fucking he
arms.
flipped the fucking
Yeah.
script and let everything right.
Yeah.
Whether you're fucking spewing some kind of fucking left wing bullshit
Yeah,
or you're
Or it
putting
has
right-wing
some
shit.
crazy shit like death videos or porn on it and shit like that. X when you're flowing through it, you know
X
what I
is
mean?
X is
Yeah.
fucking wild, dude. They'll have like
Yeah.
140-minute video of just
Yeah.
fucking bullshit on there.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy, and you can't even really check it in public. You have to fucking
You get the privacy screen
yeah,
on there and you're just
because
like,
when you're on scrolling through the main screen, it's anybody's post.
yeah.
It's like
It's like
you don't
this
know
is gonna be
what-
a big titty post.
Yeah.
Put everybody's pictures
for
underneath.
2 hours. You're scrolling through like news cycles and all that, and then suddenly it turns into a whole different thing else. And
You're like, where did all these butthole posts
Yeah.
come from?
yeah, and it's just like, what the?
You're just like this, like. That's what it turns into. Just
Yeah.
fucking freak fucking shit. You're like, I thought I was serious for a minute, dude. Like now all of a sudden we get these freak fucking posts everywhere, dude. X is wild. It's a good thing he's got it, and it's a good thing he's gonna be part of the administration because that shit needs to be cleaned the fuck
Yeah,
up.
he's gonna cut $1 trillion to $2 trillion,
Yeah. At least.
and that's what it takes.
It's gonna be a radical movement, I think, and it's gonna be a good movement though. It's not gonna be some kind of bullshit fucking front. Yeah. Like, oh, we're gonna have fucking so and so leading this, and then they just take the money for them fucking selves and run off with it.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be any kind of bullshit like that.
No, this shit's gonna be crazy. He's gonna. I believe we'll have the election results in by like 11ish, 12ish West Coast.
Think so?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, there's still counties and states that are like, oh, it could be, we could be accepting votes until
No,
the next day.
Fifth Circuit just turned that down a few days ago. So beware of the psyops and beware of the fake news trying to suppress you that you see on these sites and shit like that. Get out there and vote, 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 and fight, fight, fight.
I'm only gonna be watching fucking Newsmax or fucking RSBN, shit like that. That's reporting fucking actual numbers because everybody's gonna say, like they've been saying, oh, she could be up 3 points, she could be up 0.5 points, she could be up 0.1. But then you see on these other sites, they're like, nah, dude, he's fucking crushing it. He's got all the swing states on fucking lock, basically.
Yeah.
And there isn't shit that
But-
she can do. But what does she
but
do? She
even-
fucking holds rallies and she's got fucking Cardi B and fucking dumbass Mark Cuban up there.
Yeah. All of them look like they're reading a hostage note
Yeah.
because of the Diddy tapes.
With their cell
Now
phones
let's
out.
talk about Diddy.
What's there not to talk about Diddy with? Who hasn't been fucked by Diddy? That's the question. Diddy's had his hands on everything, everybody, and every place that you can imagine.
Yeah.
And everybody, when you look at it and you look at the grand scheme of things, all these people that are coming out in support of Kamala Harris, right? They've had some kind of working with Diddy, whether it's fucking music or movies or whatever the fuck it might be. Because remember, even in Get Him to the Greek, he was the fucking head honcho and all that shit like that.
He
had
played
made-
he played himself in there.
yeah, he was
An
a
out of
freak.
control record owner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
who would
he
have
ran the
extreme
record,
parties.
yeah.
Oh, you never had a Jeffrey before? You know what a Jeffrey is?
Yeah.
He probably was fucking doing all that shit in real life.
Probably it's what's been alleged now. You have to say allegedly.
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 Oh, Kamala.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I'm fucking
But yeah, all fingers point at Diddy when it comes down to these
I'm convinced everybody that's in support of Kamala has some kind of dirt that has to be tied back with Diddy.
And I'm liking this thing. I gotta use the bathroom.
Yeah.
We'll pause it here and we'll come back.
But they got even fucking Eminem the other day, dude. That was disgusting.
Yeah, Eminem.
It's sad.
It's a shame.
It's
They
a
got his
sad
ass.
situation.
Diddy got his ass.
Somebody's got his ass because he was at the fucking rally the other day for Kamala, fucking spouting off at the mouth. And it's like, how are you going to be this hard ass rapper talking about fucking killing people and raping people, and then you're all of a sudden at Kamala's rally?
Now they have ex-strippers and people that used to drug men and rob them of their wallets, like Cardi B.
Yeah.
Admittingly, she said that.
Yeah. I hope she doesn't lie to my face. Well, yeah, bitch. She's lied to the fucking entire American public for 3.5 years, and she was sucking dicks back in the day.
That's all good. Let them have their thing. So the 13, 14-year-old people that listen to their music can, oh, look at this, but they can't vote. That's one thing that they need to know.
Yeah,
this isn't gonna appeal to your 18 and 20-year-old kid plus.
You're reaching too far at this point. The people that are going to be voting.
This isn't a concert.
Yeah, the people
You're
that
not
are voting,
trying to fill seats.
They don't give a fuck about Cardi B wet ass pussy song, dude.
Yeah,
they're looking for a fucking answer to what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, that 14 or 15-year-old kid that might like her or the rapper or whatever the fuck it is, they're not going to vote. They don't have to pay their bills. They don't have anything to, they're kids.
Yeah.
Let them do them, I guess. But I mean, this vote isn't just to fill seats in an arena.
Well, that's the whole thing. That's the only way they could do that. She
buses in her thing like she did to Washington, D.C. She bussed all of those people in there, and then just the Beyonce concert, they had her say she was going to sing, and then once she said, "Hello, I'm Beyonce, I support her," and then walked off, all of them started walking.
Yeah, they were like,
out of the thing.
Fuck this shit. We're not getting a concert out of this for fucking $80.
I heard they paid her $10 million for 3.5 minute speech.
They paid she paid her $10 million bucks.
That's why she's not campaigning anymore. They've used all of her campaign funds, the budget within her campaign. You have to budget your campaign.
Well, when you spend it on fucking superstar people that are all over the TV and news, radio, internet, all this other shit to try to beg for fucking votes, basically, you're not going to get shit out of it.
Nope.
You're not going to get fucking...
Except for maybe 14 to 16-year-olds who like those stars or singers or whatever.
But they have no weight because, like you were saying, they can't vote.
They can't vote.
They can't vote. What are you going to do, wait for another 4 years? Who's going to be in superstars?
And by then, once the first time they get their check, once they... first job, they're gonna say, wait a second, a half of it's gone. I thought I was gonna get 1,200, not $600.
Well, those people are gonna they're gonna be all
taxes.
They're gonna be all for fucking shit talking and talking about how Donald Trump is Hitler, like they said. And then once they see if he gets into office and he fucking abolishes the IRS and we don't pay fucking income tax anymore and the fucking country's solely ran off of tariffs, they're gonna be the same motherfuckers that are talking about, oh man, this is so tight, dude. I got a full fucking paycheck when I work my 40 hours a week. No income tax comes out. Whose fucking dick are you going to suck now? It ain't going to be Kamala Harris. You're going to have to suck that fucking red dick that's in office.
What's it called? That's why they're thinking about getting rid of income tax nationwide.
Yeah.
Yep. Trump is, not the other team.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. There's a fucking business. There's a business to be ran, and the business is the United States of America.
Due to Elon cutting trillions of dollars on waste. There goes goes the people's taxes that are going. There goes that $2 trillion. Now you don't need people to pay income tax.
And Lord knows what he's going to discover. That dude's a super genius.
Yeah,
if he's got fucking
he's in the fucking laboratory every day working on shit. Like a scientist.
And if he's got Ron Paul that's on the fucking same team with RFK Jr. and shit, dude, it's going to be spending galore for us.
Yeah. You're going to be taking home more of the cake on your paycheck, and then the government getting, it's a waste of money. That's what Elon's going to do.
Yep.
Elon's going to cut $2 trillion bucks, and he's going to do it for free too. He doesn't even want a title. He'll probably get it. He'll walk in there and say, "Give me 1 week."
Yep. And when he
here's what you need to do. Come out with a big book. This is what you need to do, and you'll save $2 trillion bucks, and then implement it.
That's all it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Then we see fat checks, and we're gonna be all fucking balling again.
Yeah.
Groceries will be down.
But
Everything's gonna be down.
let's pause this right now. We'll come back.
You good to pause it right? You got to take a piss.
Yeah.
Shit.
Gotta take a
All right.
piss.
I'll be right back. Hang on. All right, so back from the intermission there. Quick little pee break. So yeah, dude. One thing that everybody harps on, the border, open border policy.
Yep.
One thing that's got to get shut down, dude, is the fucking border. Can't afford to have people pouring in by the millions, unvetted, and then just fucking released into the wide open.
It's called catch and release.
Yeah.
Trump had him, Mexico pay for 26,000 soldiers for free. He called them up and said, if you don't do this, I'm going to put 100% tariffs on your cars and any parts that come in for those cars. And 5 seconds later, the president called him up of Mexico and said, sir, we'd love to give you the 26,000 soldiers for free. We don't want those tariffs on our things, else we'd be leaving.
Tariffs is the fucking worst thing for anybody to be outside the U.S. to have.
Just like Trump said, tariff is the most important, best word in the dictionary.
Yeah.
Because all these presidents that you had in the past and all the leaders and all that stuff, they never thought about it because they weren't smart enough. They're incompetent. That's what you get with incompetent leaders.
And stolen elections.
Yep. That's what you get with people who have no idea what they're doing. They just run off and got elected by identity politics. They don't give two fucks about the American people or the way of their life or anything.
Because all of everything that, like I said the other night when I was talking to Kayla, I said, money makes the world go round. Everybody that's in a position of power, whether you're Democrat, Republican, has some kind of money. What would you call it? Like ends with their money. Basically, they have some sort of, they've bought into something that makes them money.
Yeah.
It's more prominent on the Democrat side because they're so fucking hell bent on having continuous wars that just filter in the fucking money.
Yeah. Well, good point. You brought up continuous wars. Look at what Liz Cheney, the last 4 days of their thing,
Perfect example.
Supposed campaign. They want to bring Liz Cheney into this out of everybody. Think of it. He called her to go and do something, point at her with all these weapons or whatever. That's not what he said. If you listen to it and take it into context, they send our boys and our daughters and our sons and all these young kids to fight in endless wars in countries you've never heard of.
Yeah, I've heard
Fucking heard of in your life.
I know
and
what
then
you're
they
talking about.
still don't want to go over there. And he said she wouldn't go over there and face them with a rifle.
Yeah.
She wouldn't put her face.
If she was in the, if she had 9 rifles at her face or whatever,
She wouldn't put her face in the front lines like all these brave men and women do that serve in the service.
But she's so quick to just be like, yeah, we need to go over there. Let's just go over there. Let's go over there.
Her and her dad sent him out, and now he made who knows how many millions, bought a huge house, bought all these things, and then they want to tell you how to live your life. And then we should get into a fight with this the same way that John Bolton did and Liz Cheney and all the war hawks and the warmongers. They made their lives off of sending your children to war to fight for them while they sat back and watched it where these places of war weren't happening. Far, far, far away from it.
And all they do is collect the check at the end of the day.
Yep. And that's all it is a fucking check.
And this is why I do this podcast. Not only, I mean, it's not solely why I do the podcast, because I love talking shit. Everybody that watches this podcast, listens to the podcast, shout out to my followers. Everybody that watches, listens, whatever, will know that the things that I talk about aren't just for me to spew shit. There's always a meaning behind it. Whether I explain it to you or not is up to, you to interpret. Whether you're going and doing your research, stuff like that. But this election particularly holds a lot of fucking weight on a lot of things. And
it's the most important election in our lifetime.
And that's what I was saying.
Ever since from, hundreds of years. It's the most important election.
Because with the stroke of a pen, the whole way of living, you know what I mean,
Mhm.
could be changed. Like with the whole fucking Patriot Act thing, like we got automatic surveillance back in 2001. They
Well,
had
they did that. Yeah, they did that in order to get a control on the people.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Surveillance
it's
of
just
people.
people that don't realize the kind of shit that has the elections have consequences, and we've
Mhm.
said this time and time again. And he can even get more into it.
Barack said it too. That's what they literally. Barack said that elections have consequences, and guess what happened? Trump came in, and then Trump had to go and stand on the stairs and say bye while he flew off. Remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
He had to say bye. So get ready to see that in January when he goes, bye, Kamala, you're fired. And Joe's going to be in one of them, like, are we going to Disneyland?
They're gonna have to fucking wheelchair that motherfucker
Yeah,
out, dude.
he's not going to know what's happening.
They're gonna wheel him out, and he hasn't been president for 4 years, anyways. As we all know, it's ran
Yeah.
by the deep state.
They told his ass to get out of here, Joe. You're done with. Get out.
And
Pack your shit and get out.
what we've witnessed happen in the presidency is something that's never fucking happened before. They literally took over a presidency,
Installed.
and yeah, well, it was installed from the beginning, like we all know if you're in tune with everything. But what happened is you've seen somebody literally get taken out of a position of power,
And the media went right along with it.
and they had nothing to say about it.
And she had to drop out of the 22 candidates, and what was that, 16 or 20?
When Tulsi Gabbard fucked her up on stage in front of everybody.
No, before that, she was the first one to drop out.
Oh, when she couldn't get 2% of the California vote.
Didn't get 1%. And somehow she gets installed in there. So how did the Democrat voters feel about that? You guys got rocked.
Yeah.
You guys got stolen out. They basically said that those Democrat 14 million that Joe rightfully got, they basically said your shit doesn't matter.
Yeah, here's your one true candidate for you guys.
Yeah.
This is who we are gonna pick, not you.
Mm-hmm.
We are gonna
Yeah.
pick this motherfucker, and they handed it over
That's
to
what
this
they
bitch,
did.
and they've let her run with it. Now she can't explain anything besides the fact that she was born supposedly in a middle class. My mother raised us middle class, and it's still going. It's just this fucking thing sucks. I was raised in a middle class. Every time she says something, it's fucking me in the middle class.
What are you gonna do about the 20-something-year-old, 30-something-year-olds that want to buy a house and start a family and live the American dream? Well, first off, we shopped at middle classes grocery stores.
I went to
and-
J.C. Penney when I was
Yeah.
13 years old. Nobody gives a flying fuck because J.C. Penney is going under because you guys
Yeah.
have forced them out of business because every fucking store that you can imagine now is going under. It's been going under. And now you see chains that have been around for fucking 40, 50, 60, 80 years all of a sudden fucking nosediving
Yep.
and closing.
Sears
Exactly. We had a fucking Sears for God knows how many years, and then
for
fucking
ever.
and now all of a sudden they don't exist.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the
Is that the American dream?
no, because they're making it the American dream more distant than ever. What you'll get with a Trump 2024 ticket with Vance is the American dream.
It's the realization of American dream because what these people have been fed for the past
A
4
right.
fucking years.
You'll get a right to actually achieve the American dream to buy a house.
And it's nothing that you can say is a fantasy because he's done it before.
Mm-hmm.
In 16
He has a
through
track
20.
record.
In 16 through 20, he's proven that shit can be attainable. And now I can't speak for everybody, but the majority of people are in a situation now where it's attainable.
Mm-hmm.
It can be attainable. If the things that he's saying,
People in California take it this way. I was just at the Trump train today in CA. If all those people could live their life the same way that red state does with no like all this income and state tax and all this high tax, gas and everything else, grocery bills, fucking gas, every single thing. then they could achieve save up 1,500 a year, 2,000 a year, put it away.
Yeah. I mean,
2,000 a year, put it away.
like you think if you pay how, like, I'm not going to ask you this like personal, but you figure somebody that on the average pays $8,000 a year, just a figure, random figure, for income tax a year. You have to pay that. This is being deducted off your paychecks through the course of a year. Sometimes it's higher. It's a lot of times higher. It's very, very high. But what would that amount of money, if you could take that back and be like, this is mine, give me this, how much more of a lifestyle would you be able to have as opposed to being like, fuck, dude, now I'm getting fucked out of like 16 grand a year or whatever, 8 grand, 10 grand or whatever. 5 grand even would make a fucking significant amount.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Towards the lifestyle that you want to live, whether it's going and buying a fucking motorcycle or
saving up for your kid when they turn 16 or 17.
Yeah, putting
for
it towards
car.
putting it towards your college tuition or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't condone going to college because that's me. That's just me personally.
No, I'm saying like a car or some shit.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, just something that benefits your family in a way that you can prosper.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, family is the one thing that matters the most, I think. Personally, I don't know if you guys out there have different views. That's totally cool, but for me, family is the fucking number one thing. And I care about the safety and the prosperity of my family and where we can go from there, whatever. But after that, it's just going to be, hey, let's get our shit and our affairs in order. And if you have extra money coming in, what's the fucking big deal, dude? You're being able to pay off bills, you're being able to pay off loans, you're being able to pay off fucking whatever the fuck you want to do. You can go out and fuck the money off. You can go to Vegas and fucking gamble it all on black or red or whatever if you want to. But it's just the fact that you have the money in your pocket.
Yeah.
And nobody can fucking tell you shit because why? That's your money. That's your money that you've worked hard for.
You know what they do? They take all your money nowadays underneath the Biden Kamala Harris administration and give it straight to those illegals.
The illegals, and then they send fucking hundreds of billions of dollars over to fucking Ukraine. Yeah, exactly.
And no one knows what it is. Only thing that I'm seeing is clubs going off, people wandering the streets.
Nice BMWs and Mercedes Benzes and shit. It's like, okay, you're feeding us.
What happened to that coverage? Where is all the news things coming out? Where's the war videos?
They'll send you a snippet of, oh, look at the deadly death toll in Ukraine today. Okay, but guaranteed, if Trump wins this election cycle and comes back in, that fucking war is gone.
He'll have it figured out within one day.
It's off the table.
He already told them that he'll have it figured out with one day.
It's off the table, and then we don't necessarily recollect that money. We'll never be able to collect that money, just like they'll be able to never collect the fucking money that they gave for student loans.
It takes smart people to negotiate with these people, and what you have now is incompetent people. That's exactly what you have.
People that are scared.
They're scared, but they don't have the knowledge to negotiate a deal with Xi Jinping, with Vladimir Putin, with Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
They don't have the competency. Do you think she's going to stand in a room with fucking any one of those leaders and say blah, blah, and then try to look off and cackle?
She would never make it to the G fucking summits.
They would look at her like she's like a piece of twig on the ground.
Like, who the fuck are you,
yeah,
bitch?
They
like,
would
I don't
just
think
look
so.
at her, yeah.
Meanwhile, we got fucking Trump 4 years ago fucking shoulder checking motherfuckers. Like, yeah, I'm the fucking man of the hour.
It's called
right
you gotta have respect. And our country's in major decline. But you just gotta get out there, keep your head up, vote, get every single person you know to vote, text your friends, your families you haven't spoke to in a minute. Ask them if they vote. Go and tell them to text their friends if they voted.
And it's funny. It's funny too because like we were just talking to a guy the other night, and we're like, oh, we don't really get into this shit at work, but we asked the guy, like, oh, what's going on with the election? Just to kind of see, like, test the waters with him. He's like, he's a younger guy. He's a younger guy, and he goes, oh, I'm not voting. they're both the same. It's both the same evils, and I'm sitting there thinking, and I didn't really pipe up because I would take off on this fool.
No, I don't think you would take off because that's liberals what I seen today.
It's either one of two things. He's fucking scared to admit that he's a Biden supporter or a Kamala supporter, or he's deathly afraid because of the backlash that people that vote for Trump are getting. He's afraid to admit that he's voting for Trump. So he's going to give us the fucking answer like, oh, I'm not voting at all. Well, either way, if you vote for Kamala or you're not voting at all, you're fucking yourself in the long run. And since you're in a military standing, whether you're active or non-active, or you're just in reserve or whatever, don't come fucking crawling home and fucking complaining that you got to deploy to fucking Iraq when you got to go fight fucking ISIS face to face, or you got to go fucking put boots on the ground
You got to go
in fucking
to
Ukraine and shit.
Go and fight for a country no one's ever heard of in their life.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you're gonna fight the fucking depraved and fucking Skeletor, fucking North Koreans and the Russians and shit all together at once.
That have been trained since day one.
Yeah.
They've they're not doing TikTok choreographed dances.
Like your vote is gonna fucking count whether you're in a blue state or a red state.
Yeah, and if you don't go and vote, then you have no fucking right to complain if things don't go your way.
And that's what I told him. I said
no option there. You don't complain if you don't vote.
Yeah, and that's what I told him. I was like, well, if you don't have a fucking vote, then you don't get to bitch and complain. You don't get to talk shit. You
we
don't
live
get
in
to
the
fucking
best country ever in the whole entire world to ever exist with rights that we still do have. And this election coming up in 3 days now, or 3 days, yeah, is going to determine on whether we continue that success or
we get fed to the fucking fed to the wolves. And that's the fucking bottom line, dude. Like, I've been saying this since the day I started this podcast. We've been harping on fucking on the way that shit's been going, and now it's built up to this. We have 3 fucking days to go to the finish line. You gotta fucking get out and vote. And I've been saying it since a couple months ago, really pushing it.
Deep blue Beverly Hills, deep blue whatever the hell LA place you live in.
And don't be a fucking afraid to tell people who, I mean, I won't say that tell people who you're voting for, but
you don't have to cram it down the fucking people's throats. But I mean, just get out there and do you.
Do your civic duty.
Yeah.
Do the duty that your God-given rights have given you.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to fucking put your vote in.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to question you.
It's not like you have to go and post who you're voting for. No one's got the right to know who you're voting for.
Yeah, as long as you're confident in what you put your vote in for and you know that it's standing for something, go out and vote.
Yeah, because that's what you get when you get these rights in this country.
Exactly. So
and there ain't too many fucking countries out there that have that shit.
We lost our camera just now, but that's all good. We'll continue on with the audio. So,
what did it overheat?
I don't know. It just turned off. It probably ran out of time, I'm imagining, but it's still going to be the audio version. So, I mean, that's the majority of what people listen to anyways. So, yeah, like we're saying, man, nothing beats an election season. I don't think it's the most intense time of the fucking year every 4 years. And this one's going to be literally, I think it's going to be a battle for our lives. It's going to be a battle for our livelihood and everything that we stand for. And this is the last fucking time, I think, within our lifetime that we have a chance to really stand up and fucking and go against the fucking way that shit's been going for the past 4 years. And it's been fucking fucked.
Yep.
You know what I mean? There's no two ways about it. There's no two ways about it. So,
yeah, if you want to have the chance to achieve the American dream, you want less taxes, no government involved in your personal business, no taxes on Social Security, less lower gas prices, lower grocery prices, lower insurance prices.
And you want to see people that are older in age be able to strive for fucking better health care and shit like that.
And don't think about this. This is also for your future when your ass gets old too.
And if you have kids, it's even more of a fucking beneficial, thing to do is to vote the way that you truly need to vote, and that's not voting for blue, dude, because we know blue's gonna fuck shit up. If you have kids right now, think about the kids' future. And I've said this before on podcasts. This election right here plays into not only your livelihood for the time being, it plays definitely into the roles of the lives that your kids are going to lead. If you're tired of having your daughters beaten up on the fucking soccer field, basketball field, baseball field, wrestling matches by people who are of different sex, naturally,
Yeah, you don't want fucking dudes.
yeah,
playing
you don't want to
against
have your fucking daughter head fucking slammed into the ground by a fucking dude that weighs.
that volleyball girl just got a volleyball slap straight into her.
Yeah.
And she was like out for the rest of the game.
And this is there's consequences to shit that stays stagnant. And this election cycle is nothing that can stay stagnant. We have to have the numbers, we have to have the votes, we have to have fucking everything in our favor in order to take back the country. And that's the only fucking way we're going to win, is if people get out and they vote the way that they're supposed to. And just being, a bleeding heart liberal at this point isn't going to be enough, because you're not taking into account everything that plays along with all that shit.
Well, you got to think of your future. Think of what how we united all these people like Bobby Kennedy Jr.
Yeah.
All of them. We unite. We don't go and call each other this or that or that.
And this is a guy that was a fucking
he's a Democrat.
Yeah, he was a lifelong
Kennedy
Democrat. Yeah, lifelong Democrat. And
but he wants to help your kids get healthy. The future kids get healthy. Once your ass turns old, who the hell do you think is going to take care of you?
Yep.
Ain't nobody else going to take care of you.
Yep. So
that's a damn truth.
Make it fucking count, man. We lost the camera feed, which is whatever. We'll deal with that shit later on.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll do it. I've seen Shane Gillis and Matt McCusker's podcast. Sometimes their shit overheats too, and so they'll just put it on. It's like, oh yeah, our camera overheated.
Yeah, dude.
And they just just still go.
I hate this fucking camera. It's a good buy, but it just overheats really fast. And I try to get the external battery. But it is what it is. I'm not giving a fuck right now, because this is an important podcast for me. It's an important podcast just in general. This is probably the most important podcast that I've done in almost a year of doing this. Crazily.
Our future depends on this shit.
It definitely does. And
yeah, if you haven't voted already, go and vote. I mean, early if you can, but most people vote on Tuesday.
November 5th.
Traditionally, in person, but
don't do that mail-in vote.
Yeah, don't just go and drop your fucking thing off at some corner of a box like it's a Christmas mail-in.
Yeah, you're not fucking. You're not mailing a fucking letter to Santa, motherfuckers.
Your vote does count if it's honestly, sent through as your vote.
Yeah,
if it's honestly sent through.
Yeah, so we'll see, man. We got the election coming up on Tuesday, like we've been saying. The time is fucking now. There isn't going to be another chance for you guys to unfuck what is.
This is it. This is our last chance to save America. You better get out, get all your family, your fucking friends, your coworkers,
neighbors, aunts, uncles, whoever the fuck you think can get out and
go out and spread the message. Go to these events while you still can. Make sure you're part of it, or somebody is a part of it that can do this and be able to go to this here and that event. You got to just vote, man. This is it. This is the last chance we fucking have.
Yeah.
Literally.
I 100% agree on that. And yeah, dude, we pretty much covered all the shit.
Yeah.
All the shit that we can.
We'll see you guys post-election.
Yeah, dude, we're gonna fucking do another one. You think this is the first and last? I don't fucking think so,
surprise.
Bitch. Yeah.
There goes the October surprise.
Yeah. So we're definitely gonna have a fucking comeback episode after this one. And God willing, it's gonna be a victory fucking episode because we're
Get out,
gonna go ape shit.
vote, and fight.
Exactly. So with that being said, shout out to all my followers. Shout out to everybody listening to this. If you guys are on YouTube, sorry for the interruption. Whatever. I'm gonna try to match up the audio and get this shit continued. But you guys can find this podcast on anywhere, literally on the internet, because I've registered it on 100 million fucking episode or websites. Whether it's Apple Podcasts or Spotify or whatever you guys want to do. You can find me on Instagram at digital_demons_podcast. Shoot me a message on email if you feel like it, digitaldemonspodcast@gmail.com. Or if you guys want, definitely fucking check out the YouTube channel, man. Just type in Digital Demons Podcast. All the videos and audio and stuff up to now has been uploaded. I keep it uploaded each week. And yeah, man, shout out to all the followers, everybody that's out there voting. Keep pushing those numbers up, man, because we need it. We need it more than ever right now. You guys have 3 days to make it fucking happen. Get out and go to your local election centers and do your thing. Put your vote in. Register to vote right then and there and cast your votes. And I don't know, man. Let's make America great again, dude. That's all I got to say.
Let's make America great again. Let's save America. Let's make America healthy again.
Yep.
Let's get out the vote. Take your friends, family, coworkers, whoever you got to get out the vote. Vote no matter how deep of a blue city you're in. Every vote counts. Just make sure that they do it legally and they have eyes on all the cheating out there. They can't cheat this time. They don't have the COVID. They don't have the RNC like they did in 2020. Just be positive about the future.
Yeah, really.
Literally, like you can't just go into this thing going down. That's no way to live. It's you got to be positive about the future, and we got this thing, but make sure you really go out and make it too big to rig. Let's drain the swamp and make America great again.
And with that, guys, I appreciate all the support. This is going to be it for episode 31, man. We're looking forward to having the fucking victory podcast coming up soon, dude. And that's what it's going to be. We're going to fuck shit up, and we're going to have nothing but happiness and prosperity, man. That's all we really want in the end.
We're not like the bitter side of the left.
Yeah, the left is going to fucking take one up the ass this time. So shout out to all the followers, all the listeners. I appreciate you guys, and we will see you on the next one, all right? Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Peace out.
Peace.